2, 1. Hello, Kwaku Boakye-Frempong.
Yeah,
Thank you so much
hello.
for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you.
very much.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who's watching us live and anybody who is going to watch this video later. Our guest today is the Ghanaian composer, Kwaku Boakye-Frempong. So let's just get right into it. Kwaku, can you tell us about yourself?
Okay. First, the pronunciation of the name. Yeah,
Yes.
it's Kwaku Boakye-Frempong.
Okay,
Yeah.
Boakye.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
noticed that
Boakye.
with some Ghanaian music, the KYE, the way it's pronounced, brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but we have there's a very popular name. I don't want to go into into discussions about
Yeah.
too much detail here, but Kwaku is also a very well-known Ghanaian name.
Yeah,
Spelled
exactly.
Eku.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, you see, there are different pronunciations. Some mention it as Kwaku. So those who say Kwaku use the E. But from where I come from, we say Kwaku, and that's A.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not Kwaku like I pronounced it.
Yeah, exactly. It's too stressed. So it's something like Kwaku. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, that's good. So okay, let's let you continue then. Tell us
Yeah,
about
sure. Okay. So actually, I'm the last born of my parents. We lived in Tema, that's in Ghana here. And then also I completed my secondary school education at Pope John Senior High School and Minor Seminary. Yeah. Over there I was the chief organist. Yeah. That's in my final year. Yeah. If you know of Francis Eisen of Harmonious Chorale, he was actually the one who handed over to me. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Big show.
Yeah, and also I completed my tertiary education at Technical University, where I had an HND in ICT. Yeah, that's a higher national diploma in ICT. Yeah. Currently, I'm a composer, I'm a score arranger. Yeah, I do a lot of arrangements. Yeah. And then also, I work with the National Symphony Orchestra as a violist and a pianist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Once in a while too, I do arrange some music for them. Yeah. So basically that's what I do. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Nice to meet you. Thank you for introducing yourself to us.
Yeah.
So when did you start composing music?
Okay, I started composing at age 16. Yeah. Yeah, at that time I started my first mass. I started composing my first mass. Unfortunately, I left it in a choir room. By the time I came back, someone has taken it. I didn't find it again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really? Were you composing by hand? Was it digital?
Oh yeah, by hand. Yeah, by hand. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a Latin mass.
Oh,
yeah, I left a copy there.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have an uncompleted mass somewhere.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll let you continue. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So for my arrangements too, I started when I completed. You know, I'm a member of Deeper Life, and then also the orchestra. We have an orchestra, so at times I do some arrangements for them.
So
I do
Deeper
make
Life
some
is
arrangements for them. Yeah, exactly.
A Christian community, a church. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I do some arrangements for them as well. Yeah. So basically, that's how come I started. Yeah.
Okay. So this first composition, this full mass that you were working on, this full mass, was that your first ever composition?
Yes, that was my first ever composition.
So you went on straight to compose a full mass. That's really some people will start with something smaller, shorter. Go on.
Yeah, I'd started. The founder of our school, he's the late Bishop Oliver Bowers. He had died that time, and we went for his funeral. And the Gregorian choir came to chant, and I found the Latin language so fascinating. So I was like, hey, why don't I write a mass? So I just decided, let me just go straight.
Okay, this is interesting. Very good. And I think there's a mystery out there for anybody who is watching and who will watch this later.
Yeah.
we have a missing work by a living African composer. If you find it anywhere, what were you mass, by the way? Do you have a name for it already?
Okay, actually, for that one, since it got lost, I didn't visit it back again. But I have a new mass named after the late Bishop Oliver Bowers. Yeah, that's the Bishop Oliver Bowers mass. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you've effectively, I guess, moved us on to our next point. I want to know, do you have any formal music composition qualifications? Did you train anywhere? Because if you look at how you started, your first composition was an inspiration that came from a live
Yeah.
event, at a funeral.
Yeah.
So, you have any training?
Okay, actually, I don't. It's only one master class I've attended. Yeah,
Okay.
by an American composer called William White. I just attended his master class online. So aside that, I don't have any certification in composition. Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's really interesting. And you attended this master class after you had already composed some work, or was
Yes.
it before?
Yeah, that was after I had composed my oratorio. That's Lucifer. You know, after composing, yeah, after composing, I sent a copy of it to him to critique it, and he found it interesting. So he told me he gave me a link by which I can join the masterclass to learn more. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I think
Well,
yeah.
we are going to talk about Lucifer later. This is an interesting journey. Thank you
Yeah,
for
sure.
the journey. So right now I'm going to play the Taylor's song.
Okay.
Which was composed by you and performed by you as part of the Afro Classical Nights, which are run in
Yeah.
Ghana. So let's So that was the Taylor song by our guest composer.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us. Can you tell us something about that composition? It's a beautiful one, by the way, before I forget to tell you that. It's a beautiful performance, a
Yeah.
beautiful
Thank you.
composition, and you performed your own composition. Tell us a bit about it.
Okay, the Taylor song was actually a composition based on a folk tune. Okay, a folk tune that is in Ghana here. Actually, it's about a story of a tailor who goes round, okay, to sew and patch up people's clothes. So what happened is when he goes round, he shouts "Oya Adieye." That's
Okay.
literally translated as he does a great work. So when he shouted
Oh.
"Oya Adieye," the people around started laughing at him. So that's how come we have the Taylor song. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, sounds like a painful story. Did you pick that up from a particular tailor, or how did it come about?
Oh, okay. Since actually the song, like I was saying, the theme is from a folk tune that's about a tailor. So I just
Oh,
decided
okay.
that okay,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So I picked the theme of that particular song and I developed it into a composition like this. Yeah.
Okay. So the folk song already has lyrics in it. It's not
Yeah.
a okay, good. So you then worked around it and decided to turn it into a piano composition.
Exactly.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you for explaining that
Yeah.
to us. So I'm going to go straight on to introduce our guest and to play your next piece. The second piece I picked for today is titled "The Phone Call." So everybody, I want us to listen to this composition again, performed by our guest composer today, and then after we've watched it and listened to it, we'll come back to and continue the Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Good to have you back. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why your play went, but good to have you back. So we just listened to the phone call. Tell us about that composition.
Okay. Back in school, after my national service, actually, I did my national service on campus. That's at the Hotenka University in Volta region. One of my friends was organizing a drama fest, like, a festival to actually bring out dancing, acting on stage, and the rest. Now, they had a particular play, okay, and then the theme of the play was the phone call. So they asked me to compose something for them, something like a theme song. Yeah. So according to him, I asked for his requirements, and he says, oh, he wants it to just be piano pieces. I was like, okay, no problem. So I just sat down, and then I was musing over and over and over, and I came out with this piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you composed this piece, did you have to, I guess, go to several rehearsals of the play? Did you read the script? What informed the style that you used? Go on.
Yeah, actually, they gave me a script. And, basically, this is the whole story. It's actually about a family that lost their mother. Okay, and the mother happens to be the one who keeps the whole family together. And after they lost their mother, the children became wayward. Their father also became a drunkard. So, like, there was no peace in the family. So, looking at the setting and then the emotion of this whole drama, I just decided that, okay, so this should be the piece.
Okay. So that's interesting. Sounds again like a sad story, similar to the Taylor the Taylor song.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you I was going to try to find out what inspires the titles of your compositions, but I've seen that sometimes the titles don't come from you. Taylor's song, the title was not necessarily yours. It was based on a folk song that exists. And the same thing with the phone call.
Yeah.
But there is one work which you mentioned earlier, actually, Lucifer. Now that one, let's say you've composed an oratorio which you call Lucifer.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not an expert in music composition and and judging works and which ones are the best and all of that. But I think, speaking as an African, I think this is going to be remembered historically as a major contribution by an African composer. That is my opinion, because of the searches that I have done online over the last few years, which some might refer to as detailed research on African composers. It may not be scientific, but from what I have found, I think this is going to sit right there in the books as one of the contributors. Well, there are oratorios that have been composed by Africans. Africans have been writing works for a long time.
Sure.
Specifically, this style, this body of work, it's put you right there on the list of major contributors. But let's tell us what inspired the composition of Lucifer.
First of all, the name actually scares people. People ask me, "Oh, you do have an oratorio?" I tell them, "Yeah." Okay, what's the title? Lucifer. And they'll be like, "Hi."
End the conversation.
Okay, so actually, this is the whole thing. The story of Lucifer, or let me say, the oratorio Lucifer is based on the story of Lucifer.
We know the story of Lucifer.
Yeah, sure.
The prettiest angel that fell. Okay, go on. What that was.
I realized.
Sorry.
I realized what's in Ghana now. It's like those who tried composing oratorios tried to do something about Christ. Okay. Actually, the first, or let me say, the first oratorio that was premiered by a Ghanaian, that's Alfred Patrick Adakwe. He also did his oratorio based on the story of Jesus Christ. But I was like, let me do something different. Everyone wants to do something about Jesus Christ. So fine, let me just pick the opposite. But I actually focused mainly on his rise and his fall. Yeah, that was, his rise to glory, his rise to a position whereby he can, be even the chief musician, sort of a choir master of heaven. Okay, and also focus on his fall. He tried to what's the word? He tried to, make war with the creator, and the creator couldn't agree with him. So he ended up falling from glory. Yeah, because of his pride. So actually, the basic idea of the oratorio is just to warn people about the dangers of pride. Yeah. So that's what Lucifer is all about. I'm even changing the name, probably making it the fall of Lucifer, because it's scaring people a lot.
It's grabbing attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the inspiration was to do something different. Okay. Yeah. The words that do come up as part of the composition, right? Where I think it has about 44 movements, or am I misremembering?
Yeah, that's 41.
41. Where did you get some of the lyrics from?
Okay, some of the lyrics are directly from the Bible. Some too were from especially the recitative were actually from my own short poems I wrote down. And actually, there's one chant in it in Latin. It's actually took the Latin Bible and then looked for the Latin equivalent of "Kingdom of this world is become the kingdom of our Lord." Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot of work. Well done, well done. And from everything you've said now, it appears you put in you did put in quite a lot of work into composing this oratorio. An oratorio is not a small body of work. 41 movements.
Exactly.
Using your poetry words from the Bible, a translated Bible, a Latin Bible. Was it taxing on you to compose this oratorio? I mean, did it take a long time? How did you deal with distractions? Just tell us the story if you can.
Okay, so the whole thing was, by then I was in school. I was in school actually. I was in my final year.
What do you mean by school? Sorry, what year? What age gap?
Yeah, sorry, at the university. Yeah. Okay, so that was third year. That was in 2017. Yeah.
So you would have been.
I actually started in 2016 September.
You would have been. Sorry to push the age thing. You don't have to tell us. But around age group.
Yeah.
20.
Oh, okay, the age. Oh, I think I was. That was the last 3 years. I was 21. Yeah, 21.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. An oratorio around the age of 21, or at the age of 21. Yeah. Right. Okay, go on.
Yeah. So what happened was I was also a faculty coordinator by then, so there was so much work on me. There was so much burden on me. We also had our project work too to be done, and I was the leader of our project team. But I decided that okay, I have to, dedicate special timing. I have to dedicate special timing to the work. So what happens is after every assignment, after every project that I do, I just sit down, I open my finale, and I continue writing. So that's how basically it was. There were a lot of distractions. It wasn't easy. My major plan was to finish it within 2 months, but I ended up doing about 6 months.
Yeah. Congratulations. Well done. In the middle of everything else that you were dealing with and working on.
Yeah.
And was this your first ever oratorio? I mean, this goes without saying, obviously, but was it the first one? Was it the first attempt? How many attempts did you make to try to complete an oratorio?
Okay, actually, that was my second attempt to complete an oratorio. I started one oratorio based on the story of Jesus Christ. That's how come I decided that, let me be different.
Okay, so you're strong. Okay. All right, this is really interesting. Tell us more. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So actually, and what happens is, till now, I still keep on changing some things in the oratorio. So one major change I've done is the overture. The overture is different. Yes, exactly. Yeah. The first overture took me, I think, close to 3 weeks to compose. Yeah, it wasn't easy. Yeah. Okay. But when I looked at it recently, I realized that it's a bit, should I say, childish. So I just decided to change it.
All right.
And the change took me just 2 weeks. Sorry, it took me 2 days.
2 days, okay, to make changes to
exactly.
the overture. You say childish. Yeah. Some of us can't even define an oratorio, never mind compose or compose one.
Yeah.
At the age of 21, well done, congratulations. And it wasn't even your first attempt, so well done. So we did not play any part of Lucifer today because there doesn't appear to be any recording of any parts of Lucifer or the full work anywhere online that I have seen. Have you been
that's one of my challenge. Okay, sure.
Have you been approached by any choral groups, any choral directors, anybody with any interest in composing it? And what are your own plans, especially since you are still making changes? What are your plans for the performance of Lucifer? It's going to be interesting when it does happen.
Yeah, Lucifer is bent on being performed in October by the National Symphony Orchestra. And as for the choral group, I'm targeting Vocal Essence Choral. Yeah, I'm targeting Vocal Essence Choral. So they are discussing it. They are discussing it to see how it will go like. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to hearing about that and watching it. You know, we look forward to it. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that was an interesting conversation. We have only about a minute left, but I want to quickly go through the other points. You mentioned that you now work in a different role. You used to work in ICT, so that's information, communication, and technology.
Yeah, exactly.
You now work in a different role. Can you tell us a little bit about this new role that you occupy? When did you start? How did it come about? Congratulations once again.
Yeah, thank you. So what happened was, coming up as a young boy, there are so many things that come into my head as a profession. There was a time I wanted to be a lawyer. There was a time I wanted to be a surgeon. There was a time I even wanted to be a gynecologist and all this. Yeah, but going to tertiary school, I decided, okay, fine. I'm good with machines. I'm good with code. I'm good with critical thinking. So I decided to enter into programming. But as time went on, I realized that calling for me to do music full time. So I was called to the National Symphony Orchestra. That's the director actually. And then he gave me this appointment. So at the moment right now, like I was saying at the beginning, I'm a violist, I'm a pianist, and I also do music education. I teach people how to play the violin, let me say all the string instruments, and then the piano.
Okay. Yeah. There is so much more we can talk about. A lot of the answers have opened up more questions, I suppose, but it has been interesting talking to you. We do try to limit the conversations to 30 minutes. We are already on our 31st minute. Thank you very much. It's not
you're welcome.
Not Kwaku, so you pronounce it again. I'm really sorry to do this.
Yeah,
Kwaku.
Yes, exactly. Something like that, yeah.
No, say it again. Don't worry. My name is Edewede. People don't typically pronounce my name correctly. Let's go on.
Kwaku. Yeah. Kwaku. So it's like you're pronouncing like A and E joined together. So Kwaku.
Oh, Kwaku.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It is important to respect people's names and the pronunciations.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I did, I made sure that it was not Kwaku, because people make that mistake. Everybody's name is Kwaku. I get called when sort of Wede. It happens. But listen, just look for the correct thing and you move on. So thank you very much.
Sure. Yeah, welcome. Thank you too.
Nice to meet you this morning, and thanks for taking out of your time. Congratulations on your new role.
Thank you very much.
We wish you the very best with your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.